Hello, humans, and welcome back to the last episode of 2025. This has been one crazy year. I made a huge move to LA. I started my career in brokerage. I graduated from college. I got baptized. It's been one crazy year. It's been an amazing year, and it's been a year of growth, alignment, and just finally seeing results in all the work I've been putting in. So as you know, here at RD2H, this is a podcast that I had started when I was at the lowest part of my life, and I've documented every single chapter, and I continue to document as I grow. And I'm here to prove that no matter where you're starting, you can get to where you want to be. It's going to take you 5 years, and it's going to take your direction. And I'm right there. This is year 4, guys. This is year 4 on proving that you can be anything you want to be and get to your goals in 5 years. 5 years is the timeline I gave myself. And that year 1 was just internal warfare and trying to figure out who I am, what I want to be, my why. That year 2 was just pure force. Year 3, things finally started to break through. We saw the move to LA. We saw my career picking up. We saw people seeing the work that I'm putting in. Year 4, 2026, I'm calling it right now. This is going to be the absolute undoubtable breakthrough year. This is going to be the year where the money finally is in my pocket, where the environment matches up, where the finances match up, where the lifestyle match up, where the people I'm surrounded by match up to who I want to be. This is the breakthrough year. And year 5, can't even imagine year 5 because it's going to be so amazing. And so as I'm packing up right now, I'm literally about to head to the airport. I'm headed back to Florida for Christmas to spend it with my family. And I'm just thinking back on this year, and I'm thinking back forward on what's to come. And I have no idea what is coming my way in 2026. I know I've set myself up for success. I know I've planted the seeds. I know that the harvest is going to be reaped in 2026, and the people around me see it. My boss is like, are you ready to be a wealthy woman? Because I've put in the work, but not in just the forced way as I was talking about in year 2, but in a way where I love what I'm doing right now, and I love the life that I'm building, and I love the environment I'm in and the challenges I'm facing without the money in my pocket. So in my field specifically, they always say year 1 and 2 are the hardest, and that's where everybody quits. I have found so much happiness finally being in an arena that supports who I am and how I want to grow. Because for me, I was already doing all of the stuff, and you could see it in all of my old episodes, that it takes to be successful and run a business. I just didn't have structure. And now I finally am in an environment, an arena that provides me that structure, and it's a game changer. But in order to step into the room, I had to become the person that just needed the room and get those foundational skills by myself before I even got to LA. So I already had all of the skills and had already taught myself the willpower and taught myself the mindset and taught myself how I want to operate internally before I even moved to LA. So now that I'm in LA, it's like I finally have the structure, arena, and opportunity. I'm in the room, and I get to take everything from those hard years and put it into where I'm at right now. So where I'm going with this is that in every strong field, they'll tell you it takes 2 years. It takes 2 years to get where you want to be. It takes 2 years to win the battle. It takes 2 years, and the first 2 years suck. They're right, but they're wrong when they're just saying it applies to one field or it applies to, really driven fields. It applies to all of us. If we want to be who we want to be, and if we want to get to who we want to, the version and environment that we envision for our highest selves, then it's going to take 2 years. I spent those 2 years in college. I spent those 2 years building those foundational skills and showing you guys every skill that I learned throughout the episodes in college, in my dorm room, going through absolute, warfare with myself. And a lot of rookies, brokerage, spend those first 2 years when they get into the field. No matter when you spend those first 2 years, to become the person that you want to be and get to your goals, it's going to take the first 2 years absolutely sucking. The third year is when alignment starts to happen, your environments change, but you're not necessarily seeing the goals you want. Year 4, breakthrough year. Year 5, domination. And that's the track that I'm showing here. So I also was thinking earlier when I took him on a hike, because he's actually, are you back there? Yeah, this way. He's actually going on the flight with me to Florida, which again, proof of consistency, willpower, and just little things over long periods of time. They add up if you don't quit. Because if you watch my episodes, you know I got him as a shelter dog. He absolutely sucked at the beginning. He wasn't leash trained. He was afraid of everything. He was fearful. He was pretty much shut down at the shelter. So he had no previous owner, no experience, and he was a little puppy scared to death of the world. And we spent hours and hours and hours not just training him in the way that you think, like, oh, I have to put on my schedule to train him, but genuinely just taking him everywhere. Exposure. He goes everywhere with me except for work, because I obviously can't take him to work. But everywhere. If I am going to the stores, he's going with me, and that sucked at the beginning. And now he's completely good on going to the stores. If I'm going to the grocery store, he comes with me now, and we started like Home Depot. And then we moved into like quick little going into CVS and Walgreens trips. And then from there we would go into like a gift shop, and just incrementally going up until now he's not, like, goes to grocery stores, he goes up the escalators. And it's like that in our personal life too. We want to, take our dog on an airplane, right? Or we want to make $1 million, or we want to be a lawyer, or we want to graduate engineering school. But we want that end goal. Using this example, take my dog on a plane. But we think that it's dumb to start at the first one. Being embarrassed at Home Depot because he can't fucking go anywhere, and he's running everywhere, and he pees on something. And dealing with that embarrassment the first time you go to Home Depot. And the little steps, doing the incremental walking into Walgreens and walking out. It's the same thing for our lives. We want this big goal. We have to start on ground zero and slowly incremental build steps for ourselves. Same thing. I was saying the other day. It's really mindset leads to the lives we want, and mindset leads to success. And we kind of self-actualize in a sense, meaning whatever you believe is going to be true. Like, our minds are so powerful because our minds, it will produce the actions and point out what we need. And slowly, as our minds are pointing us to do certain actions and pointing us to recognize patterns that are familiar and go with the dreams that we want, then our actions and our pattern recognition will soon lead to us moving into different environments, and in turn creating the reality we want. Your brain creates the reality you want, because if you're thinking that you want to be this goal and you want to be this person, and you're training your brain to only recognize patterns that are going to push you closer to that goal, and you're training your brain to consistently only do it things and actions and move in ways that are going to get you towards that goal, then you are going to get towards that goal, because you're going to take little steps, and your environment's going to in turn change to the person that you want to be. Like, you'll go to places that people who want to be that person go to. You'll start doing the habits that they do. You'll start compounding the skills that they have, and you'll realize that most of them aren't trying to progressively get better. And when you're doing that, you're already so ahead. So I'm going to end it there. I recorded some other stuff. You guys know I suck at recording. It always deletes. It always fucking blurs, or I run out of storage. Or literally, I've not recorded a single episode without some kind of recording error where I spoke for like 10 minutes and then it deleted. So I'm going to take that as a sign to keep this one short. So I love you guys. I will see you next year. My brain can't even comprehend what is about to come for me in 2026. Like, it's like overwhelming to think how God is going to be so good to me this year. Like, I feel it. Like, I've done the work. I've planted the seeds, and it's ready to harvest. 2026 is going to be the breakthrough year. 2027 is going to be the undeniable shit that is just absolutely wild. So I just don't even think about what's coming, because for me it's just like so overwhelming that my human brain can't wrap around the concept of how good things can get, and they're already so good, and I don't have a dollar to my name still, so I just can't wrap around how good things can get, and I feel it's just going to be a year of blessings, and I'm wishing that for each and every one of you as well, a year of blessings. And so I look back on 2025 and the growth that we've made, the moves we've made, both literally and metaphorically, the challenges we've overcome, the arenas we've dominated in. It's insane. It's crazy. It's mind blowing. It's God given. And if 2025 was this good and I have nothing but momentum and seeds planted, I can't even imagine what God's about to do in my life in 2026. So I am wishing each and every one of you guys a happy holidays, whether you're spending Christmas, Hanukkah, or anything in between. Spend it with your family. Take this time to relax. Take this time to chill out.